Alright, so we've got more. As I said on the last video, I'd look at the tape on the side and realize, wow, this is a vinegar syndrome. And I mentioned I had one coming from Severin. Well, after a long and complete, just hectic crap day, I come home and what do we got? Is that coming in? The Severin films. If I'm remembering correctly, I was talking to my friend Raf Diaz, who works for Severin. We were having a discussion about the Al Adamson box set. And anyone that's familiar with that set, it's a release people have wanted for so long. So all this stuff has been released, a couple on this label, a couple on that label. This had, like, if it didn't have everything, it had damn near everything. And I remember when it went on sale a few years ago, it immediately sold out. And now, if you go and buy one on the secondary market, you're paying anywhere from 300 to just over $500 for it. It was impossible to get, and with licensing being what it is, the license was probably initially, okay, here it is, you can do this many, and then after it's sold, no more. And what they're doing with that license now, I don't know. With the demand for the set, you would think the Adamson estate would be game to allow more copies to be produced, but crazy things happen with the states. In fact, I think we're seeing it with Harry Novak. It might be going on with Joe Sarno. But anytime it's left to an estate, you have a bunch of people bickering and fighting and claiming they're getting ripped off. But anyway, I believe this is Al Adamson stuff. So let's open. Let's see what we got. Severin's always fun. They have a lot of great titles. They're probably my favorite boutique label. Whoa. Well, they were until they put this shit in there. I hate this stuff. Let me dump this out. Okay, here we go. That's not all Adamson. Okay, so the first one we've got, it's a double feature. The films of Fred Friedel. We have Axe and Kidnapped Co-Ed. And because I'm older than dirt, let's get the magnifying glass. Let's see. Audio commentary. Axed and Kidnapped Co-Ed each have audio commentaries with the director. Making of documentaries. Let's see. And shady deals involved with these. Well, surprise, surprise. So these films were released in 1975 and 1976, respectively. Severin usually does some cool packaging. Let's see if they did anything with this. Ooh, a bonus CD. Bonus CD. What's on the bonus CD? Let's see what we got. Okay, so it's got DVD and Blu-ray copies, slipcover. Sometimes these will have reversible slipcovers. Vinegar Syndrome does that quite a bit. And here we go, the card for the scenes, which is kind of cool. So that's disc number 1. Throw this over here. Let's see what we got next. Ah, yes. Al Adamson. This one, Brain of Blood. Oh. So I've already got it on DVD, and I upgraded the Blu-ray when I saw that there was a Blu-ray. My DVD is, I believe, just the movie, but this one is nuts. I remember, as you saw my unboxing stuff I got from Grandma and Grandpa. Whenever I was over at Grandma and Grandpa's, on a Saturday, she'd always put on creature features and stuff for us. And I remember seeing this film. It's completely crazy. You've got, was it like a Saudi prince? His health is bad, but he still wants to rule his kingdom. So he has this doctor do a brain transplant. Into this big stupid guy. Who can be controlled with a toy ray gun, and it gives him headaches. And it's got a hot blonde in it who's, I think, the doctor's someone's wife, but they conspire and some kind of crazy shit is all Adamson's stuff is. There's also a side plot with a demented midget who has a woman and a young girl about like maybe 8 years old chained to a basement, and they're taking the blood from them for the transplants. And I remembered those scenes. I remember the midget drawing blood from the young girl with the woman screaming at the midget. And then I remember the monster with the brain transplant on the hill grasping his head, and it stuck with me for decades. And I'd finally like, wait a minute, that has to be an Adamson film. I found it, but now I've got it on Blu-ray. And let's see what we got on here. Interviews with Al Adamson, actor Samuel Sherman, producer, bunch of actors, partial audio commentary, trailers, radio spots. Yeah, 1971. Yeah, this one is just, I absolutely freaking love this film. This brings back so many good memories for me. And let's see what they've got on the inside. And I'll tell you one thing, in this isn't Severin, this is just in general. And I experienced this a lot when I was working as a video editor. I was working as a video editor where we had different formats of tapes. We had beta, we had digital beta, and the place I was working at was the first place in the Midwest to have HD. And all of the formats of tapes were all in a different colored case. Let's see, beta was gray, digibeta was blue, and HD was in black cases, and the tapes were relatively the same size. I remember one job I'd sent the elements back, and they'd sent it to us with just a tape without a case. Well, I'd found a case of a different color, put it in there. They got the elements back, and they wondered where the hell's the tape. They showed me, we'd make a Xerox of everything we sent back. I said, oh, it's in this case right here. It was probably a loose HD tape that I found an empty beta case for. So nobody opened up the beta case. If they'd opened up the stuff I actually shipped them, they would have seen their damn tape, but they didn't. But anyway, so traditionally, Blu-rays have had blue cases. This is a Blu-ray in a black case. And if you look at the new 4K discs, 4K is black. Personally, I wish they'd stick with blue. That way when it's on a shelf, you can look at the top and you see, okay, yeah, this is this. And no special inserts, just the disc, which is fine by me. I cannot wait to dive into this one. I'm a happy motherfucker right now. And what do we got? More Al Adamson. Wait a minute. Okay, so this is Dracula versus Frankenstein. And one thing I did not know that was not clear when I'd ordered this was this also comes with Brain of Blood. So I've now got, Brain of Blood, and on DVD back there, yes, you guessed the kid's Brain of Blood. But let's see if it's got the same special features. This, I don't know if it's going to capture in here, but Dracula and Frankenstein are kind of a little shinier than the background. They do the same with Brain of Blood, so oh, nice. So we've got the retro look. Now let's see what we got on the extras. Okay, this doesn't look like it has all the same extras. Let's see. Partial audio commentary, yes. Making of, yes. Okay, so this has all the same extras on Brain of Blood. And Dracula versus Frankenstein has got interviews with basically the same people, archival commentary, appreciation of cult film by film historian Howard Berger, monster protest home movie footage, interview with Forey Ackerman, and a soundtrack CD. That's interesting because I thought this also said they had a soundtrack CD. Or was it this one said that? Nope. So it looks like I've got a free copy of Brain of Blood for someone. Let's see what the inside's got on this one. Well, if anybody wants to borrow Brain of Blood, I got a couple copies. Heck, if anybody wants a copy, let me know. Okay, cool. It's got the insert card. Original motion picture soundtrack of motion cues. And there we go. And then the discs. He did a great job with the disc artwork. Very cool, very cool, very cool. So, oops, let's get this. This goes here, this goes here. They did. I'm really impressed with the job they did on this. So, okay, and the last one. Oh, Severin was nice enough to throw a sticker in there for me. It's got a nice 80s look to it with the 80s video game look. Yeah, I'll be throwing this on something. And last we have Satan the Sadists. So, what do we got on here? Once again, archival commentary of producer, distributor Sherman. Oh, this also has Angels, Wild Women on it. Yeah, Angels, Wild Women, and Satan Sadists. So another twofer. 1969 and 1971. Both have the audio commentary and trailers and radio spots. Restored in 2K from original Vault elements and over 3 hours of special features. Fantastic. Let's see what they got inside of this one. One thing I love about biker movies in this period, they all have a guy that looks kind of like this. And case in point, let's see, where is it? Cycle Savages. Sinner's Blood doesn't. Do they? Nah, Sinner's Blood doesn't. But after Hunter Thompson wrote Hell's Angels in the 60s, it seemed like after that, Hell's Angels were a big thing, and biker movies came about. And no special insert. But we've got the disc. So man, so I've got 1, 2, 4L Adamson films, and these overall was a good haul. And as I recall, these were all on sale for a ridiculously low price, which is why I stocked up. So far, this is it's definitely my favorite purchase in recent memory. So, anyway, looks like I've got some movies to watch. Until next time, take it easy.